the 70s, 80s, there was a few friends, they used to live in Casablanca, and they know the spot, but they didn't talk about it. And it was the secret for them. They used to come and rent a house on the top of the cliff, and they used to say the spot was their garden, the Jardin. For me, it's a gift from God.
On the northwestern edge of Africa lies a wave forged from the largest desert on Earth. For decades, its relentless perfection remained a secret. But that's the thing about secrets. They're hard to keep.
I am very proud to be born in Safi. My grandfather and old grandfather were born here. Their deep roots are in this land, and a lot of civilizations passed through this city. The Romans, Phoenicians, different Arab tribes. It was one of the biggest harbors in Morocco. So we have in Safi this culture of the sea. In every family, you have a guy who is a fisherman or a sailor or something like that. But before, nobody knows what is surfing.
It was both war and peace that brought surfing to Morocco. During World War II, the United States established a naval base in Kenitra on Morocco's Atlantic coast. Inevitably, U.S. servicemen started exploring the coastline for waves. Then, in the 60s and 70s, Morocco became a popular alternative to the hippie trail through Afghanistan. With an abundance of quality point breaks and plentiful hashish, the word soon spread. Morocco was holding the goods.
At this time, it was maybe 40, 50 surfers in all Morocco. And Australians come every winter, so we learn a lot from them. And at this time, Anchor Point was the place to be.
Nestled inside the fishing village of Tagazout, Anchor Point and its many surrounding waves break consistently during the Northern Hemisphere winter and became a mecca for traveling surfers, along with a small but devoted crew of Moroccan locals.
I arrived at Anchor Point in 1980. I was only 13 years old, and it was like an hallucination. It was like hundreds of vans, music, long hair, girls topless, and everything that goes with it. At that time, for us, Anchor Point was the most beautiful wave in the world.
With its growing international fame and talented local surfers, Tagazout and surrounds soon became the focal point of Moroccan surfing, a reputation it maintains to this day. getting ahead of ourselves. Let's back up. While Anchor Point became the pride of Moroccan surfing, Safi remained hidden in plain sight. An industrial harbor town, Safi sits halfway between Casablanca and Agadir and was known for its sardines, not waves. Then, in the early 1980s, a surfer from Casablanca got a job working in the port. When he arrived at work one morning, he looked across the bay and could hardly believe what he saw. He told his friends about the wave, but they found it hard to believe. So, he surfed it on his own for the next 2 years.
When my friend Luc Sotif, he was working here in the port, and he see the wave and he called me. So I come many times, but no swell. And one day we were coming back from Anchor Point. We made a stop here, and it was really fantastic. And I said, no, how could it be a wave like this? In Morocco, we were dreaming about barrel, and we don't know that we have one of the best barrels in the world. And after you see that, at this time we say, okay.
As it turns out, Laurent Miramon had in fact surfed Safi shortly before this.
In 1985, I was on my way back from Anchor Point. I decided to check the Cape of Safi. It was like 10 foot plus, and I jumped in the water, and that day changed my conception of surfing. So I returned with Henri and a few friends, Dominique, Tariq, and that was the beginning of the group, the first group of Safi.
The four friends swore each other to secrecy and, inadvertently, came up with a code word to protect this incredible discovery.
They used to come and rent a house on the top of the cliff, and they call it the garden, the Jardin.
We called the wave the garden because we used to go in the garden to check the spot.
We had a little house just on the cliff, and my girlfriend come. She said, "Okay, the house is not so good, but look at the garden." and we don't want that people know where the place, so we say we go to the garden. And we surf Safi alone. 15 years, and for us it was a real paradise.
We were lucky. We had this chance to surf this wave alone. But it's not easy to keep a secret like this. You want to share it with your friends. The problem is you share it with a friend has another friend, a friend has another friend, and it will grow quick. We knew that one day it was gonna be known by everyone, and that's part of the life. We have to share it one day. But we did good job anyway.
Inevitably, word slowly seeped out about the never-ending barrel on the edge of the Sahara Desert. But it was only when a certain Aussie wild man made the pilgrimage to Morocco that the wave's full potential was revealed.
Yay! The first time I went to Safi was 1994, and we stayed in a little tent on the car park, and it was pitch black. We couldn't see anything. Woke up to the most perfect right-hand point I've ever seen. Better than Jeffreys Bay, better than Kira, and there was no one out. I remember paddling so far out round the point, I just couldn't get out there far enough. I just went, no, I gotta get out to the back. And there was a section that Laurent said no one's ever surfed.
So we used to take off at the corner. I was pushing the limit. I was trying to go further, but we still had like 200 meters to reach the rock. No one took off from the rock. This part of the wave is scary because the size of the wave, the speed, and the cliff. I had so many sessions by myself, and finally I had a reflection. I knew that the wave couldn't stay secret because the wave is in the city. And at the same time, I felt the need of a master. You know, sometimes you need some keys. And I met people from the Quicksilver family, also Eric Chauchet, a great French photographer. I showed them some photo and I said, hey, we need someone, we need a master. And at that time, Ras was in Biarritz. And who's better than Ras?
I kept trying to paddle up the point, and in the end I was like, oh, fuck it, just had to take a wave. I was the first guy to ride all the way into the midsection, into the bay, and got 3 or 4 chews. So I claimed that as RCJ's point, whatever. But it was like Disneyland.
Jérôme was with us, with Ras. He was too young to go in the water, but he was so motivated.
There was just this little grommet.
And I think, no, I don't think, I'm sure, this trip with Ras, it was the beginning of the story of Jérôme charging big waves.
When Ras Clarke-Jones arrived here, he said to Laurent, no one starts from there? And he said, no. He said, bro, that's the takeoff. And he goes straight to the rock. First wave probably do like more than 20-second barrel. It was crazy.
He was crazy when he saw the wave. He was like yelling, hey! He was so happy, and we followed him. We began charging from the rock. After Ras, I had many masters who came to Safi. I had Tom Carroll, Jeff Ackman, Gabriel Kerton, and I did a transmission with all my friends, my Moroccan friends, and the young guys.
Laurent do big things for surfing like here in Morocco. He opened a big door.
I grew up going to Safi when I was young. I was really scared. One of the first guys who surfed it was Laurent Miramont, and he was taking me a lot there, you know, so I was seeing him with his beautiful style taking off super deep. I think he was one of the first ones to go deep, deep, deep. So he was doing really, really crazy barrels. I remember being young and watching his clips. I was like, wow, this thing is crazy. And now growing up, going there and feeling that energy, it's crazy.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out.
Ramsey used to come every holidays to my surf school. It took me 3 days to say, okay, this kid can be one of the best surfers in the world.
Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits.
Here we go, opportunity, long wall, couple of pumps here, way deep, way back in this barrel. Spin and he comes out. Fired back, Ramsey.
It's the very first Moroccan, the very first Arab. He's a model, he's a hope. The Moroccans, the young guys, they can say, okay, we can do it also. So let's go for it.
Hang on, we're skipping ahead again. Let's go back to the 1990s. As word of the mythical wave began to spread far and wide, Safi also developed a reputation for violent localism.
There has never been a hard localism in Safi. It was a myth. We used to tell stories, but it was false.
When people come from outside in Safi, we were a little tough.
It was just intimidation, but never a fight.
And slowly, this began stronger and stronger. And we wanted to stay alone, but not at this price.
Once we opened the door, everybody came. So the problem now is when you have people coming on a spot and they don't act correctly or they don't have the level.
Because it's very powerful. You can say dangerous sometimes.
This wave gets pretty heavy.
Slabby, heavy.
Powerful, gnarly, perfect.
It's a mix between rocks and sand.
It breaks very close to the rocks.
If you look on the land, then you can imagine what's under there. And it's these big slabs of rock. It's not a friendly wave. It looks like big slabs of concrete, but with jagged, sharp, weird formations. People have been seriously injured out there.
You can get hurt really fast.
It's violent.
Safi, it's gnarly. It's not a joke.
When you fall, it's like hitting concrete.
Especially this part facing the cliff. Don't fall in this place. It's the most powerful wave of Morocco.
The source of Safi's bone-crushing power lies in the 30-kilometer-long cape that stretches northwards to Cap Medusa. Made up of steep sea cliffs, the cape extends far into the Atlantic Ocean, forcing deep winter swells to wrap sharply into the bay.
This cliff cuts the ocean in two, and when the swell arrives, it turns, the wave turns.
It's like so much energy from the ocean. You can see how it's just reeling as far as the eye can see.
As these swells bend and refract, they move abruptly from deep to shallow water, focusing all their power and energy onto the point at Safi, also known as Ras Lafaa, the head of the snake. At the same time, the year-long ebb and flow of sand from the Sahara Desert fills in along the point, creating a mile-long sandbank punctuated by patches of jagged rock. When all the elements align, the end result is the longest, heaviest right-hand point break in the world.
The way it comes in and draws off the sandbar, it's almost like every drop is a free fall, and then you set your line and it just literally, it's like a plain runway. It just goes. And just
Then boom!
It's very critical.
Feels like you're surfing a slab.
It gets tight sometimes and then it gets hollow again. So you got, sometimes you got to go high in the barrel and right into a crazy section again. So it's super technical. It's a super technical wave.
It's a lot of speed management. You have to learn how to really put yourself in the right spot and maybe stall enough to be deep in the barrel and then get speed, stall again. It's all really speed management.
looking out of it, it's one of the most unique visions because you're looking almost directly at rocks, but at the same time you have these giant cliffs, and then you have the harbour down the end of the point, and yeah, it's pretty cosmic.
The whole setup is crazy. Safi, when it's on, when it's perfect Safi, it's one of the best right-hander in the world.
And that's the problem now. When you have the good predictions, people come from all over the world and there is no space for everybody.
That was mental.
Looks like a mental setup. Everyone's here. Hopefully get some waves.
It's a crazy wave. But now it's a very complicated wave, and people, especially foreigners, they have to know that.
I really wasn't expecting the crowd factor. Like yesterday, it was a really good day, but it was also super tough. Like just watching these waves funneling through, like absolutely incredible waves, but couldn't get near one.
Not only Safi, all the surf spots all over the world, when it's too crowded, it's complicated. You have to fight to surf. That's a paradox. When you go surfing, it's for pleasure. If you don't have pleasure when you go surfing, so maybe do another sport. Maybe full contact, but not surfing.
Maybe because I'm a local surfer and I love my city, but Safi for me is unique. It's not a touristy city, it's more industrial, but people are very friendly and very welcoming. It's part of the culture and the traditions of the locals of Safi. And it's a privilege to have world-class waves in the middle of the city. Safi gave me the chance to be a surfer, and surfing changed my life. It's a gift from God. When we start surfing, we were happy to see vans with the boards on the top. First thing we ask, hey, do you have wax? Now in Morocco, we have everything. You have surf shops everywhere, you have surf camps everywhere, you have surf schools everywhere. And there is a big opportunity for the locals of Safi to develop. Hosting, restaurants, surf schools, surf clubs, and I prefer that the local invest first because it's gonna happen anyway. Before, nobody knows what is surfing in Safi, but now it's the pride of the city and of the locals of Safi. But unfortunately, we can see a little bit of hooliganism in the surfing, which is bad for the mindset of all the surfers. This mentality of dropping on people, not be nice with foreign people, this have to change a lot. They give a bad image to the city, to the wave, to the locals, to the culture, and to the country.
For sure, first local. But the tourists want to come. And they're going to spend money here too. And they want to enjoy and make friends. And you want people come, but you don't want the people takeaways. No, it's impossible.
I travel the world and it's busy everywhere, you know? So how are you going to fight that, you know? It's like now Morocco is kind of known for its waves and its quality of waves. And it's been pretty good for the country. But there's people that wait all year long now to surf their waves as well, and just be aware of that.
Of course, the foreign people, they have to respect the locals as locals. So when people travel, they have to travel, yes, that's okay. But bunch of people like get in the water and want to go straight to the peak and get all the best bombs. Sorry, this is not also respectful to the locals.
Every year, more people come to Morocco. It means something, you know. I think we are very, very kind people. Of course, there's a few localism, you know, like everywhere in the world. Sometimes in the water, you know, it gets a little bit heated, but in general, we are very welcoming people, you know. If you're nice, they're gonna open their arms to you and show you the real culture, Moroccan culture, and it's an amazing country, man.
This is one of the reasons we keep coming back, because it's just beautiful people and a beautiful place.
I travel all over the world and I never find a wave like this or, you know, the same vibes that we have here.
Once every few years, there's these amazing days, you know, that everything lines up together.
That wave is the unicorn. Like, that's why we surf, and that's why I'll keep coming back here.
It's a beautiful wave. You never forget that. It keeps in your mind, and when you go back with this dream in your head, and you pray God to see it again.
It goes like this. It goes like this. Get in, get out, don't go, please stay. What are you doing here? Go away. Stop laughing, stop crying, stop doing nothing, stop trying. I hate you, don't leave me. I love you, please forgive me. forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you.
Look at this garden you have down there. That was the wave. You say, man, that's enough. We have a room and we have this big garden for us. Can you imagine?
سلام سلامات.
There was nothing there. There's a couple of scorpions. I remember mint tea and scorpions. And perfect right-handers.
مدينة بيع سلامات مدينة ويل سلامات مدينة يرول سلامات مدينة تريد سلامات مدينة مركال سلامات 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 سلام سلامات.
It's kind of like a Kelly Slater wave pool, but way more intense.
Up the point is a shorter skeleton bay.
It's like J-Bay on steroids.
Safi, there is just one.
سلامات سلام سلامات. سلامات سلامات سلام سلامات.
I think, yeah, what happens to you the first few times as you come here is you get on these waves and there you see the wall like lining up and you're like getting into the pocket and you're sure you're deep in the barrel and you're not.
سلامات سلامات سلام سلامات.
We're getting, I'm not gonna say old, we're old on the paper, but we're young in the head. So we try to learn, we keep learning until it's finished.
سلامات سلامات سلام سلامات.